Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In the previous video, I have shown you quick overview on my article project. For frontend, I'm using Angular. For backend, I'm using ASP.NET, C#, and database, I'm using MSSQL. So let us start with that. So first, I'm going to complete all the backend APIs. Then I'm going to work on UI part. So let's start with the backend part. So first, we'll talk about what are the softwares which is required for this application. So you have to just go to the Google, and from here you have to just search Visual Studio download, and you can see the first site I'm getting it over here. We have to just open it, and inside this one we get multiple options. So we'll go with the free download community version, and we have to install this one. While installation, you will get only few options. In that options, you have to just select this one, ASP.NET Web Development, and just click on this checkbox. And right side you will see by default some of them are already selected. So you have to select all these options, and you have to just click on install while downloading. Okay, so just click on it and see install this one. So our Visual Studio will be installed, and I'm also using Visual Studio 2022 for development of our backend. After that, here we need MS SQL Server. So for that you have to just search SQL Server download 2022. And click on first site whatever you see, and if you scroll a little bit down you will get two options, developer and express. Go with the express because this one is free. Okay, and while installation of express or MS SQL you can say, so installation you will get options to install SSMS, this one. So basically this one is used to manage our SQL actually. So make sure you also install this one while installing the MS SQL. Okay, so once this two has been installed successfully in the system, you are ready to develop the backend. Okay, after that let's open the Visual Studio, as we are going to develop our project in it, or backend part. So here you can see, and here we have to click on create new project, and here it will load all the, and from here you can select which language you want to select. If I click on, by default it will select all language, just click on C#, and here we just need to search ASP.NET Web Application, this option. I have already searched previously, that's why it's showing like this. Okay, then just click on enter. Okay, yeah, click on back, sorry. So here it's loading actually, so it will take few seconds to load. So here you can see the options we are getting, ASP.NET Web Applications, .NET Framework. Click on it, click on next, and here we have to put the project name. So article hub, just write like this and click on create, and then we are going to get multiple options. So we have to just click on Web APIs, and we don't want HTTPS for now. So after that we have to just click on create. So it will going to create a project for us, and we have to wait for a few seconds. Now here you can see we are able to project has been created. If I expand this one, if I pin this one, you can see all the files which has been generated. You can see app start it having different files. You can see the controller is there, bootstrap is controller is there, models is there, everything is there, right? Biff config is there, package.json, all this file exists. So initially whenever you create a new project, this file will be there. So now we have to install first few packages. Okay, so one is for JWT token, and second one which is for chorus. Okay, so we will explain each and everything. So let me go to the tools, and here we have to go to this one, and we have to go to this option, click on it, and then we have to click on browse. Okay, and if you go to the description of this video, I have provided a link. If you go to the link, you will get this file. Okay, so you have to scroll down of this page, and you have here you can see the backend is there. If I search by this one arrow, you can go to the different file name. So here you can see the backend is there. Just search with this name, and inside this one I have just write the two packages which is need to be installed. So first select this one. So JWT token we want to install. So just paste it over here. And you can see the first option, click on it, click on OK, just close this one and click on it and click on install. It's going to be to install this package in our project. So we have to wait for a few seconds. here too, and here we are seeing what are installing. So just apply on it. You can see it started downloading. Now everything has been installed in this package, so just clear this one, and then we are going to install this package. So just copy it and paste it over here. Okay, just paste it over here and search. First you are seeing this one, so click on it, and we just need to click on install. It will also attempt and gather information, so click on apply. I accept, click on it, and we just need to install. If I move a little bit, okay, it is still installing it, and I'm getting this option, so click on yes to all, and here you can see it has been installed in our project. So first try to understand what are those two packages which we have installed. So first was JWT token, right? So what is the use of JWT? Okay, so here you can see this one is a browser and this one is our server. Okay, so any user is going to hit our login API. So in that he is going to send email address or password to our server, right? And in the backend at server we have a like secret token, a secret key actually. So basically that secret key is used to generate a JWT token, and in the response we are going to send it to the browser. Once the browser receives that token, it going to be and it will going to use that particular token to add, update, or for all the access those APIs which having secured by JWT token, or which having authentications or verify the JWT token. So every time we want to access these resources, we have to set in our header that okay, this is our token, I'm going to send it into the header. In the backend, that token is received by the server, and that server basically use the same secret key to verify that token. If the token is correct, in that case it's going to return whatever the response of that particular API. If any changes has been made in our in token, it directly going to send the request unauthorized to the browser. So securing the API, our API, so that not all user can access those API, we are basically using JWT token. For those purposes we are using JWT token. Okay, and the second package which we have installed, Chorus, this one. So basically our Angular application is running on different port, and our backend application is running on different port. So both are having different origins, right? So to transfer data from one origin to another origin, we need Chorus. Basically it has been blocked by default, so we have to enable those. So that's why Chorus is required. So that's purpose we are using this Chorus here. Okay, and after that here, so let's close these things, and now we are going to create a table in our database. So just open the SQL here, SQL, Microsoft SQL server management, this one, search for it. So I'm currently using this version. Okay, you can also use the latest version, there is no problem at all. And we have to wait for a few seconds to be open, this one. So here you can see, and here you can see the server name. So this is our server name. So this one is used to connect our like from code to this database. So I'm going to use the Windows authentication. I'm going to click on connect. So it will connect to the server, and here we have to extend the database. I want to create a new database, so just write like this, click on this one, and here I'm going to write here article hub, just write like this and click on OK. You can see a database has been created. Inside this one I want to execute a new query, so click on new query, and here you can see there's a different database is visible. Make sure article hub is selected, otherwise it will create a new table in some different like database. So here now we have to write the query, so create the table. So here we have to write app user, and inside this one it should be int and identity, as we want to put a auto increment value, so it should be primary key, and name varchar, and it should be length of 250, and email varchar 50, and this one should be unique. Okay, and after that password varchar and length 20, let's make it as 250 also, this one. After that status varchar, let me make it as 10, length 20, and then is deletable varchar, make it as 20, and then we have to just select this all and click on execute. It will going to create a table in this particular database. You can see DAO app user here, you can see. So what is the here you can see by name you can understand name, email address and password we are going to store, and status you can also understand that the user status will be there, so it can is active or inactive. And this option, actually this column which we have created, like for the super admin. Okay, so let's say someone is a super admin we have inserted in database, and that cannot be deletable, cannot be removed from database. So we were going to mark as false. Okay, so in that case, in the UI we are not going to send those user details so that anyone can modify. For those purposes, we are using is deletable. We will understand in depth in upcoming videos. And insert into, I'm going to insert a app user, or you can see super admin for this project. So here we have to just write app user, name, email address, password, status is deletable, and the values here we need to pass. So first the name we need to pass, so here just write admin, and then here admin@email.com, and then we have to write here admin, and the first it should be by default true, the status of this user, and it cannot be deletable. So here, because this is a super admin, right, so it cannot be deletable, so that's why we have set as false. I'm going to select this complete query and I'm going to click on execute. You can see it has been executed. If I click on this one, app user, right click on this one, select top, you can see here all the details related to that particular which we have inserted right now. Okay, and our table has been created. Now we have to get back to the VS here, Visual Studio, and now we have to go to the app start, and here we have to get inside this one Viv API config. Okay, here, and inside this one we just need to write the code to configure chorus, and so we have to write var chorus and new enable chorus attribute, and here we have to put double quotes, and we are going to allow it for all the origin. So just paste it like this. Okay, and put semicolon at last, and after that here we have to just write configure dot enable chorus, and here we have to just pass whatever the variable we have created. Okay, so if I double click on this one, then we are going to hear options. So okay, so it is imported over here, but here we have to just put a semicolon and double quotes here. Okay, and you can see error has been removed. So in this way we have enable chorus over here, so it will allow us to share cross and origin informations to our backend servers, so those things. Okay, and after that here we have to here we are going to use entity framework, as you know. So we have to go to the models, and the model we have to click on right click, and we have to click on add and click on new item, and then we have to go to data, and here we have to go to this one, and here we have to just write article hub entities, and then we have to click on add, and after that we are going to use entity framework designer from database, as we have already created a table in database. So I'm going to with this one, click on next, and then we have to click on new connection. After that, here we have to put the server name. If I go to the MSSQL, here you can see connect object, you can see this name actually we need here. So copy this one, get back to the VS, and here we have to paste it. After that, you can see the connect to database option is enabled, and if I click one, this drop down, you can see all the database which we have. So click on article hub, click on OK, and after that it will going to load our connection string what we have created automatically, and then we have to click on next, go with next, and then it will load all the tables, all the procedures, whatever view, everything it's going to be loaded. I just want tables, so just click on this one and click on finish. After that, it will going to take few seconds or might be take minutes to create our models. So just wait for that. And here you can see app user, you can see the table. If I go to the model, you can see these are the files which has been created, and here you can see appuser.cs. If I double click on this, you can see it has been auto generated, and you can see all the columns which we have created in our database or table, whatever the table we have created. So in this way, if I double click on this one, you can see the table here, you can see. So after that, it means that our database has been connected successfully with our code. After that, here we just need to close this one, and then we have also close this one, and we don't need this one also. And then here we are going to create a controller. If I extend controller, it having two controller already exist, so we don't need that. So I'm going to create a controller over here, and when we have to go to the web API, click on web API controller, click on add, and here we have to just change the name. So I'm going to change here app user, click on add, you can see it's creating that file. You can see here the file has been created. Now the first thing is you have to create a prefix. So route prefix I'm going to create. So router prefix app user, double click on this one. Okay, so not router, route prefix actually. Okay, you can see. So whenever, let's say this backend is running on localhost 8080. So for this class, I want to access this class API. So first we need to write localhost 8080/appuser. So this part will be that till that point, and inside this class, we have to declare whatever the all by the method you can say we are going to create in each API. So here first we are going to use import article hub entity which we have created, and it's going to be connect with our database. New article hub entities, put parenthesis, put semicolon, and here we are going to create first API that will be login API. So here we have to write which type of method we want. So HTTP post method which we need here, and whatever the route of that particular API. So I want login. Okay, and then we have to use public and HTTP response, and we want to return the response as a message. So here we have to just select HTTP response message, put space, then we are going to write here login, and from body, in the body what we are expecting. So first here we have to just write from body, and in this we are expecting app user. So app user which we have, if I extend in the model, we are expecting this app user. Okay, and then we have to just put curly brackets. Just let me scroll a little bit, and it's throwing the error because we are not returning anything, and we have written here HTTP response message. That's why it's throwing the error. Okay, so just for now you can ignore that, and here we have to just write as we are writing the code related to database, so there's a chance it's generate the exception. So we have to write exception, and in this case we want to return request dot create response HTTP status code dot internal server, as we are going to get this error, going to return this error if anything is going to be wrong. And here you can say request, and we are creating the response, whatever of response, and whatever the status code. If I press Control in the keyboard and click on internal server error, you can see the internal configuration related to it. You can see there's a 500 is there, there's a 401 will be also there, 401. If I scroll a little bit up, you can see 401 unauthorized error. If I scroll a little bit up, 200 will be also there. So every status code you can find it over here. So let me close this one and let me write a code in the try block. Okay, so here we have to write app user object. We are going to like here, so app obj. After searching with email address and password, we are going to get it from database. So for that we are going to create this object, and so first we are going to select db.appusers. So this one. Okay, so if I click on it, you can see here it's all the db set is visible. So after accessing this one, we are able to insert, search, all those thing activity related to that particular table. Okay, after that here we have to just write where, and you just search for the user, and in the brackets we have to write u.email address and equals to, and then we have to pass this app user here. So app user dot email address, from body we are getting, and u dot password is equals to app user dot password. Okay, let me minimize this one. Okay, and after that here dot first, whatever the first you get or default, you have to get it and put semicolon at this place. Okay, get to the next line, and if user obj is not equals to null, it means that that particular user exists. And else condition, like we are going to return directly the error. Okay, so that incorrect username or password, that type of error we are going to return. So create a response, and here we have to just write https status code dot unauthorized error, and here we are also going to return the message. So just write like this. So message equals, here we have to write incorrect email or password. So this message we want to return and put semicolon at the end. Okay, here you can see, let me scroll a little bit, and here we have to just write null. My bad, I have just write the wrong spelling, and put enter over here. Okay, and in if condition, if user obj object dot status is equals to true, it means that user is active. In that case we have to just return the token, and in else condition we want to return a message that wait for admin approval. So request dot create response, and here we have to just write https status code dot unauthorized, and then we also need to return a message. So here we have to write message, and here we have to write wait for admin approval. So this message we are going to return and put semicolon at the end. After that, in if condition, here we have to just press enter, and here we have to also return, so request dot create response, and this will be https status code and it should be OK type, and then we are going to return new, and it should be of token. So we have created a variable, and here we are going to return the token. So to return the token, we need here a token manager class we are going to create. Let me pin this one. So our API is almost ready. Okay, and here you can see by automatically the error has been removed, right? So now we have to let's right click of this article hub project and click on add new item, and then we have to just go to the code and go to the class, click on it, and then here we have to write token manager class we are going to create. Click on add. You can see a class has been created over here. So as earlier I have said while explaining that we need here a secret key that going to be used to generate our token. So first we are going to create here, right, like this. So static and a string and secret, and the secret key I just if I go to the, I have provided the file, you can just copy this one And in this you can also make some changes, so that just put character as well as number. Okay, and here I'm going to paste it over here, and end of the line I'm going to put a semicolon, and after that we have to get inside this one. Okay, so my bad, we have to create this variable inside that particular class. Okay, so get inside this one and paste it over here, and then press enter. And inside this one we are going to create a method, so public static, and it should be of a string type, and then generate token. So, and we are expecting in this email address, and string is deletable, this one. So this two actually in the token we can also see the information. So for that, here let's search for JWT token IO. This website, you can go to this website. So if you can see, this is a this type of token will be generated every time whenever you are going to log in successfully. So if I paste here the correct token, what we are going to be generate, and after that you can see the payload here. You can see that sub and you can see the name. So in the same way, we can also insert our information in the particular token. So for that purpose, here we are going to get getting email address and is deletable over here. And inside this one, first we are going to get the security key. So for that we have to write symmetric security key, and here we have to write security key equals to new symmetric security key, and in this encoding encoding.utf8 dot, and it's showing some error. Just click on it, select that one, and here you can see using system text. Click on it, it's going to update it over here using system.text. After that you can see error has been removed from here, and then here we have to just write get bytes, this one, and here we have to just pass the secret key which we have. And after that, the next part of this code is a descriptor. So descriptor basically store all the informations like how long that token will be active, or it does not get expired, or what are the like claims we are going to insert. So this email and is deletables are claims actually in the JWT token we say. So those claims, what are the claims it contains, and what are the algorithm we are using it to generate the tokens. All those informations we stored in the descriptor. Okay, so here security token descriptor. So this one we need to import, and here we have to just write descriptor equals new security token descriptor. Press enter and curly bracket. Let me scroll this one. Press enter, and then we have to first pass the subject new claims, new security claims, system security claims, and okay, so just select this one, no need of this one. Claim identity, here you can click on it, you can see using system. Okay, you can import it like this. Okay, you can see, so we don't need to write the complete line at this place. And here then we have to write new and then square brackets, and then we have to pass the curly bracket inside this one, new claims and claim type dot email. Here we have to write, and then comma, and then we are going to pass the email address, and then new claim here, and here we have to just pass is deletable, this one, as we want to set in this one. So just paste it over here, and then here we have to pass the value whatever we are going to get it from here. Just pass it. The name of this two fields will be like this, okay, which we are going to insert. After that, this one we have to put the comma and move to the next line, and then we have to put the expiry when this one should be expired. So here we are going to write date time dot utc now dot add hours, how long this token. So I am writing here after 8 hours this token should be automatically expired. Okay, so here we have to put not semicolon, comma, and then here we have to move to the signing credentials, this one, and here we have to write new signing credentials, and here we have to pass the security key here, which we have created over here. And in this security key, and we also need to declare here, put comma, security algorithm, and here we have to pass MSSQL 256 signature, so this one. And then after this one bracket, here we have to put semicolon. And now we are finally about to generate the JWT token. So JWT security handler, this one. Then we have to write handler and new JWT token handler. And here we have to just write JWT security token, and token is equals to handler dot create JWT token security token, and inside this one we just need to pass the descriptor, put semicolon, and then finally we are going to return, and we are going to write here, so handler dot write token, and here we have to just write token, put semicolon. So you can see this token manager we are going to use in our app user. So here we have to get back over this place, and I'm going to just remove this one, and here we have to write token manager, so press enter. After that, here we have to call the generate token, this one, and put parenthesis, and then we have to write user object, whatever we are going to search it from the database, and from database we are going to get the email, comma, user obj dot is deletable. So this two information we are going to pass it from here. So let's save this one, and let's try to test this API. So I'm going to start our application. I'm going to click on it. You can see it is starting our server, backend server, and it will trigger a page, and it will open a page. So just wait for a few seconds, and here you can see it's starting the server. You can see, so here for the testing the API, we also need a software actually. So here if you can go to the here Postman, here it's going to select, you can download the Postman and you can install it. It's quite easy to install it. Let me open the Postman here, and here I just need to double click on it. You can see now if I click on this one, it's open a new tab, you can say, and here we have to paste the URL. So I have already started the server, this one. I'm going to copy paste this one and paste it over here, and the method we need to select. Here you can see the options of methods which we have, and we have created a post method, so just select that one, and then we have to go to the VS Code. If I scroll a little bit up, you can see the route prefix, so we have to copy this one and we have to go to the Postman, and here we have to paste the, and after that here the next part of this one API we want to access is login API. So we have to just copy this one and paste it over here, after slash paste it over here. Then we have to go to the body, and then we have to go to the raw, and then we have to change this one text to JSON, as we want to send the body for that purpose. And here we are going to change your email, and here I'm going to write admin@email.com, and the password here I'm going to pass here password, and here I'm going to write here admin1. So it is an incorrect password. I'm going to try with this one, and as this one is a first request, it will take few seconds to execute. You can see incorrect username and password, and here you can see the status 401 unauthorized. I'm going to change this one. I'm going to send this one. Now you can see we are getting a token over here. So I'm going to just copy paste this one, and if I go to the browser and if I go to the JWT, and here I'm going to paste our token, and here you can see in the payload section, you can see the email address or is relatable is there. You can see the expiry is there also. So after how many hours from now it's going to be expired. You can see also all those information is visible, and these are called claims actually in the JWT token. Okay, let's get back to the Postman, and here I want to test those users which are waiting for approval. So let's create a new user in our database. So I'm going to going over here, and here I'm going to do the changes. So first I'm going to write a user, and here I'm also going to change this one as a user. Let me minimize this one, and let's write here user. Let's make it this one as true, false this one, and make it as true. Okay, and it can be deletable, and the active user is false, you can say. Just execute this one row affected. Now get to the Postman. Here we're going to change this one as a user. Here I also want to change as a user. I'm going to hit the API. You can see we are getting error message, wait for admin approval. So it means that our login API is ready and it's working as expected. So this is all about login API of Appuser. I hope you guys like this video, so please hit like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.